Hello guys, welcome back to algebra class. So today we are going to learn about inequalities. So 3D, this one is about inequalities. So inequalities. Inequality is something that is not equal and you have to find a way to shade area that we want. So let's do the first question. First thing you have to remember, do you see this inequality symbol? And do you see this line underneath it? That means that's included, so the line should be solid line. But as you can see, this one is all solid line, so that's fine. But here, if you look at question number 2, this one is y is less than or equal to 3. And it should be solid line as well. So here in the y value question number 2, you can cross out f and g like that. Okay, so keep that in mind. So number 1, let's do number 1 together. We have to find something that is x is greater than or equal to -4. How do I know the name? We always open up the mouth to the bigger side. So that's why x is bigger, so that's why we open the mouth here. So x is bigger than or equal to -4. So let's look at -4. We have this, all of them are -4, but we are looking for x, right? So let's look at this. Look at this line. Is it touching x value? Is this -4x value? Yes, because these are x's, right? Correct? This one is x value, -4, right? But this -4 is in y-axis, which means this one is a y value. So this one cannot be done. Same thing for here. So answer is going to be either A or B. And we are trying to look for x is greater, x is bigger, which means we have to shade it. If it's bigger, you have to shade right side or up side. And in this case, it's going to be right side. So it's going to be this one. So try question number 2 by yourself. Now, as I said, you always open mouth to the bigger side. And this one, 3 should be bigger. So y should be smaller than 3, which means you have to shade bottom part. So is that going to be H or J? Figure it out. Next one. Now, which graph represents this one? And again, well, this one's greater than or equal to, and you see this one is a line here. We have this one like that. It's all solid lines. So okay, we got this. Next, we have to solve for y, which means we should have y is like greater than or equal to or stuff like that. So we have to get rid of this -2. So let's divide by -2, all side. Now remember, when you do that, when you divide by negative number, this inequality symbol should flip to the other side. So this one is gonna be what? Y is less than or equal to negative divided by negative become positive, or you can just leave it like that. That's fine. You can leave it like that, and what I want you to do is just put this one into decimals. Okay? So no, actually instead of this one, let me use decimals for the start test. Okay? Because decimals that you have to use in the start test it has more restriction. Y is less than or equal to -x over -2 minus 4 over -2, like that. Wait a second, you cannot even graph that? Oh, interesting. Well, start test version, I don't know why they cannot use inequality. Okay, let's do it. I mean, it's fine. So, well then, let's do it manually. So y is less than or equal to negative divided by negative become positive, so it's going to be x over 2. Negative divided by negative become positive, so it's going to be what? Plus 4 over 2. If you simplify, it's going to be 2. Okay? Now again, y is less than, right? Which means it's smaller. You always open up mouth to the bigger side, and we're opening bigger side to the x side, not y, which means we should shade bottom. So it's gonna be either A or C, okay? All right, so then let's try to graph it. Instead of inequality symbol, we are gonna find, what's it called? We're gonna find, equal sign. We're gonna look equal sign. So y is what? Equal to x over 2, what? Plus 2. Now look at this one. As you can see, we have a graph like this. What I want you to check is x-intercept, okay? Or y-intercept. Now it looks about right. So here, let's look at this. So you should have -4 as an x-intercept and 0, 2 as an x-intercept. This one does not. This one has what? Something else, but this one has -4 and +2 as an x-intercept. So that's gonna be the answer, okay? Well, if I were you, what I can do is, by just graphing it, it's gonna be just C or D as well, not even looking at A. So that's another way. Let's do this question together as well, this question. So first, what you have to do is you have to, let me teach you a bit better way, I guess. -6, right? So remember, when you divide by negative number, when you multiply or divide negative number, this one should be flipped. So you should what? Y is less than or equal to, you can just write it like this, that's fine. -18 minus -16. Now, what I want you to do is just graph. First, determine. It is what? Less than, right? We are opening up opposite side of y. If it opens up to the y side, it should be up, shaded upside. But since it is opening up to the other side of y, it should be shaded downward. So your answer is going to be either G or J. So here, let's put this one into graph, but instead of this less than or equal to, you're going to put equal sign like that, okay? So let's graph it in star version. If you go to the internet and put star Desmos, you can use it, because Desmos that you're using right now is not star version, so you have more options, something that you cannot use, okay? 6x minus 18 over minus 16, like that, okay? So this one is same, right? You see like two negatives, like negative on the top, negative on the bottom. If you don't like it like that, you can write it like this. No, that's not gonna work. So this one definitely should have this one like that. So we should have x-intercept, y-intercept like that in decimals. And to me, it looks more like, wait a second, did I do something else? Oh, it's not 16, it's 6. Why did I put 16? 0, 3 and what? -9. So yeah, it's gonna be H. No, not H. What am I doing? It's gonna be J, right? Because it has y-intercept of 3. This one does not have y-intercept of 3. This one is -3, so it cannot be J. Easy like that. So here we go. Graph. Which graph best represents the statement below? Y is less than. It did not say less than. Oh, less than or equal to. So it should be solid line. All of them are solid line. It said it less, right? So it should be shaded bottom. So it cannot be A. It cannot be D. So it's gonna be either B or C. 3 more than the product of x and -2/3. -2/3 x, 3 more, plus 3. Technically, plus 3, last number, this one represents y-intercept. So which one has a +3 as an y-intercept among these two? Oh, both of them. Oh my goodness. So it's really a matter of you determining like negative 2/3. Yep. So let's put this one into the graph. Well, this one can be a bit confusing, but it's all right. Y is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 3. So we have this graph here. Let's figure out. We have 4.5 and 0.3. So which one is a 4.5? Well, C. Right? Because this one is a 2. Cannot be answer. So you do the same thing here. Okay? Y is greater than. So it did not say greater than or equal to. So it should be dashed line. All of them are dashed. 2 less than product of x and 3. Product of x and 3. So 3x, 2 less, minus 2. So you're finding it. Greater than, which means it should be shaded upward. So it should be F, G, but not H and J because it's shading bottom part, right? So it's gonna be either F and G. And only thing that you have to find is which one is gonna be 3x minus 2 among these two. Right? All right. Oh, next one is easy. So from now on, we can just sky through. Inequalities modeled by this graph here. I think I should have started here because it's much easier. Now, it's dashed line, right? Well, all of them are dashed line. It's shaded upward, which means y should be greater. Mouth should be opened toward y side like that. So we can cross this two out. And only thing that we have to do is graph one of this one. Just instead of inequality symbol, just put equal sign, okay? And see which one gives this graph. And I know the answer, it's gonna be B. Because if you graph this one, that line is gonna go like that. Now try this one. Shaded bottomward. So it should be opposite. You should open the mouth to opposite side of Y. So it's gonna be, you can cross out this one or this one. So it's gonna be the F or H. Oh, another way of knowing it is because y-intercept is positive 1, right? Which one has a y plus 1 as a y-intercept? Like, that's another way of like finding it out. That's how I find it easily, even without using decimals, okay? So, well, I'm gonna go over question number 9. I want you to try question number 10. Let's do the y-intercept first, actually. It's got 15, right? So, well, all of them have 15. Just what we have to do is this inequality symbol. We gotta move x to the other side. But that's not a problem because, first of all, it should be shaded bottom part, right? Which means it should be less than y. So, less than y. So it's gonna be A, or it cannot be B, it cannot be D. A or C. So here, how can we move this one to the other side? Plus 1 over 2x both sides. So you're gonna have, first one is gonna be what? Y is less than 1 over 2x plus 15. This one is gonna be y, you do minus 1 over 2x both sides. So it's gonna be y is less than negative 1/2 x plus 15. So figure out which one is it gonna be. I know it's gonna be A. So that's how you do. Here, if you can eliminate two options, that's good. Even if you don't get how I found final answer, you have to know how you can eliminate two answers. So look at this one. Y-intercept is 60. All of them are 60. That's good. Shaded upward, which means each mouth should be opened toward Y. So it's gonna be the H or J. So you have to know how to get rid of these two options, okay? Because even if you do not know how to find answer, at least you can get it by 50% chance. Well, we're almost done. Let's do this. Which one description best represents the graph below? So which one has best one? It should be solid line, so it should have less than or equal to. It just says less than, so nope. Greater than or equal to, no, because it's shaded bottom part, it cannot be greater than or equal to. Less than or equal to, okay. Less than or equal to, okay, so it should be one of these two. It says sum of 2 equal to the sum of 2 and negative sum of, you're going to add 2 and negative 3x. So negative 3x plus 2. That's the equation for y. It says what? 2 more than plus 2, product of x and 3. 3x plus 2. So what you have to do is you have to graph one of these two and see which one matches with this. Like this line, because your graph will not show this inequality. To me, it's gonna be D, because still its line is going up, positive, right? So your slope should be positive as well, D. So try question number 12 by yourself. Like you should be able to eliminate two answer choices, right? Like you have to find it's going down, so it should be less than, I mean, no, shaded, like it's shaded bottom part, right? Downside, so it should be less than, and since it is dashed line, it cannot be equal to. It should be just less than. So you're gonna cross out something that says equal to. Okay. So you can cross out. Since it says equal to, you can cross that out. Since it says greater, you can cross that out. So it's gonna be the F or J. Okay. Find it out. All right. Which one can represent this one? So it's shaded upwards. So yep, it should be a greater side. This one cannot be the answer. This one, yeah, I mean, this one can be answer, but let me get rid of it. Now, here, K. This one, this point is positive K, isn't it? So you should have positive K. So answer should be A, but question number 13 is very tricky. You're not gonna see this, so you don't really have to do this two part. Yeah. All right, this one is the last question. Oh. Nope, you don't have to do this one, because this one you're not gonna see this type of questions. Just what I want you to know about this one is what? Less than equal to, like y is on this side, right? So it's not opening mouth toward y, it's opposite side of y, so it should be shaded bottom, like this. So you have to know how to get rid of like these two answer choices. That's what I want you to do. All right. All right. If you have any questions, just let me know. In that case, I will help you. See you guys.